This conference will now be recorded.
Yes. Last class we discussed right, public subnet and private subnet and all. Any questions, Sunil?
No, actually, I didn't go to the last class. I'll just practice once and I'll get back to you if required.
Just go through it, okay? Let me know if any
Yeah.
questions on that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Just one second. Yeah. So today we'll discuss the remaining things. So we discussed VPC, subnet, route tables, internet gateways, and we discussed NAT gateways. Okay. Today we'll see VPC peering. Okay. Today we'll see VPC peering. So we can complete today VPC peering. Okay. Okay, today we'll see VPC peering. Simple, okay. For example, right? Here I have one VPC, something for example VPC here. Okay, the servers in same VPC, which are in the same VPC, so they can communicate each other. Okay, so last time already we discussed this thing, why they communicate each other. Okay, I saw only one point. Okay, so there is one local root. Because of local root, so they will communicate each other. The servers which are in the same VPC, whether same subnet or different subnet, but it may be in same VPC. In same VPC, the servers which are the same VPC, they can communicate each other. For example, here I have VPC-B. Okay. We want to communicate the server in one server in which is in VPC-A to VPC-B, one server in which is in VPC-B. So by default, they won't communicate to each other. Okay, these servers, okay. The servers which are the different VPC, so they won't communicate each other by default. So if you want to make communication right, we have to create the one VPC peering. So if we can't create VPC peering, so they can communicate each other. For example, what to say? For example, we take in production scenario, right? Production scenario. So here I have my VPC. There are multiple VPCs, not only one VPC. There are multiple VPCs in multiple regions. Okay, in same region, multiple VPCs. Like there are multiple VPCs in same region or different region. There will be multiple VPCs. For example, this is my VPC here. Here I have my jump server. This is my jump server. Okay, so here I have VPC-B. Here I have my private subnet. So on here I have some servers in private subnet. So to log into this private subnet servers, we need one jump server, right? Okay, here we will not create any jump server. Entire production there will be one or two jump servers only. Okay, one or two jump servers only. Using same jump server from this jump server, so we'll try to log in to communicate to these servers. This is one scenario. So here I have some servers in this VPC. I want to save my documentations. I have some documentation, some code, some files, some configure files, some coding, some documentation, some script. I want to copy from here to here. Okay, so then by default they won't communicate. to copy to deploy something. Okay, so for example, here I have Jenkins master, or I have Ansible. I have Ansible. In VPC, I have Ansible. In I have the different VPCs. I have different VPCs. Here I have some servers. So here I have some servers. So here I have some servers. Okay. Using Ansible, I want to deploy some of my resources like installations, patching, configurations, all those things and all. Okay. So okay, by default they won't communicate. So here that we will create the one VPC pairing. Here on VPC pairing, here on VPC pairing, here on VPC pairing. Okay, Sunil, Sandeep, Narendra.
Yes, yes. To communicate between two instances, we need to create one pairing. Yes, got it.
Yeah. Any questions, Sunil, Narendra?
So we can pair it from different account
Yeah.
also, right? Different account, different region, different IP
Yes.
address.
Yes, different accounts, different region, same account. You can do it.
Okay, okay.
I'll show you that one. Okay. So you can pairing, you can get the pairing in same account, same region, different region. So wherever you want, you can create. You see here. This is some VPC, some non-production VPC. This is some VPC. Here we get the one VPC pairing, VPC pairing, VPC pairing. You can see VPC pairing. Okay, VPC pairing. Same thing here also. Here also same thing. Okay, this is one VPC. Okay, means between this VPC and this VPC, here we created the one VPC pairing. Okay, any questions? Just let me know if any questions on that. Narendra, any questions, Narendra?
No, going good.
Not only two VPCs, not only two VPCs, multiple VPCs. Okay, multiple VPCs. You can see here. So this is VPC A, VPC B. So they here they created the so pairing. Same like that. A B C, A B C, A to B, A to C. Same okay. So A to B, B to C, so A to C. Like you can get whatever you want, okay, as per your requirement. Okay, it's multiple pieces. You can see here. You can see here also like zigzag. You can see here. For example, you have more VPCs, then you can get like you can see here. This is the VPC. So A to B, so A to C something okay. So B to C, B to G, B to C, C to G, A to C, A to B, like that. Any questions? If you don't have any questions, then we will see the practical.
Here route 5 will come or it That is for different.
That is different. That is for DNS. This is
Okay.
only for like communication between the servers, which is different VPCs.
Okay.
Different. That the VPCs, they may be same region, multiple region, in same account, in different account, whatever it may be. You can create. VPC peering, you can see yes, VPC peering. So, Sunil, any questions, Sunil?
Yeah, Ram, can you do 3 to 4 VPCs at a time pairing? Like all are different account or different reasons.
Yes, you can do
Is
it.
it for only 2 VPCs? Can you do or can you do it for 4, 5, 6 like that at a time?
No, here, right? First, you have to do VP, A to B, then A to C, like that. At a time, 4 or 5 minutes, how we will do?
Uh,
No, here
from
we have only two options: source and destination. Source and
okay,
destination. First here first source A B, source A destination B. Then A to C, A to B, A to C, A to D, A to E. You can do it like that. At a time only two only. Source to destination. That's it.
okay, like you're
For
saying,
example,
A is like a master and we can do it with any other. Like, is it like that?
yes. If you see here, simple. Here, you have something one, two, something one, two, three, four. First, you have to A to B. If you want, you can do G to B. If you want, you can do B to C. If you want, you can do A to C. If you want, you can do like A to G, like that. Means at a time only two. Okay.
Okay.
If you open the console, right, here there will be only so that VPC requester and acceptor only. Here VPC A is the requester, VPC B is the acceptor at first time. Then go other VPC, other once again. VPC A to C, A to D, A to E, A to F, A to G. If you want G to P, F to E, E to D, whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah, got it, got it.
Okay. Okay. Any questions, Narendra?
No.
So you can extend your private network from one VPC to here we can do VPC to VPC, subnet also. Okay, subnet. For example, so here VPC A, so VPC B. For example, here have one subnet, subnet one, have one subnet two. You can do it subnet to subnet also, like this. Okay. If you do VPC, so by default it will applicable for entire the set of entire network. Means it will applicable all the VPCs, all the subnets. If you don't want entire VPC, then you can do the subnet also. Subnet also. A subnet specifically one instance to other VPC also. So this is for sharing internal resources via private IP address. So VPC peering can occur between two VPCs that are in the same region, or two VPCs in the different regions in different accounts also. So you can connect VPC peering between two different accounts also. So two VPCs, okay. So IP range, it should not be overlap. It should not be overlap. We have to get the different the network range. Transitive. This is okay, nowadays this is not applicable. Okay, so we can do it the transitive also means like this. You can see here, transitive connections are not allowed. This is like this old documentation. Nowadays, before 6 months they changed it. You can transitive means like C to D, D to E, E to F, F to D, G. So this also we can do it nowadays. You can connect the VPC pairing by connecting to VPC on just specific subnets. That is what. Right. So here what I will take. So I will get two VPCs, VPCA, VPCB. In VPCA, I will get the public subnet. The VPCB, I will get the private subnet. So I can
So
in VPCB. Sorry.
regional you need to choose different, no?
If you want, you can change. You can choose different same region and different region, same account, different account. Whatever you want, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay. Here what I will do. So I will create VPCA. VPCA. Here I will create the public subnet, public subnet, public subnet, and I will deploy one server here. Here I will create the VPCB. Here I will create the private subnet, private subnet, private subnet. Okay. I will try to communicate from here to here. Okay. Narendra, Sandeep, Sunil.
Okay. Okay.
I'll show you. Now already we know how to create VPCs, how to create subnets, all those things are already we know it. So if you see here, okay, click VPC dashboard, land VPC widget. Okay. In last class and all, we created our VPCs, our subnets manually, like step by step from here. We want to get VPC, so we went here, we created subnets, we went here and created. You click this thing. Here is some wizard, VPC wizard. It means with a single click, we can create the entire setup. Here with a single click, I can create the VPC, the entire setup. Okay, public subnet, private subnet, NAT gateway, and the route tables, and the private subnet, all those things with a single click. But production, we will not use this thing. Okay, in interview also don't tell this thing. Okay, the single click one. In production, right? Last class we discussed it, same thing. There are multiple ways. Okay, so one way is the through console from here, create VPC, so create subnet, all these things and all. And one more thing is cloud formation template scripting that we'll discuss later. So other thing is with a single click. Okay, it's with a single click. But in production, right, we will not use single click. In interview also, don't tell any single click. If you want to practice, you can practice. In interview, so don't tell we will create the VPC entire setup with single click and all. So okay, they won't accept. So if you click here, you can see here VPC which is public subnet. If you click this thing here, it will create the VPC with public subnet. Means entire thing, internet gateway, route tables, subnets, entire thing it will create with single click only. So select. Okay, here I'll give one public subnet or VPC. IPS address, if you want, you can change it. Otherwise, you can use the same IPS public subnet. I'm creating one VPC with the public subnet. That's it. It will create VPC, subnet, internet gateway, route tables, everything it will create. If you go here, see VPCA subnets. You can see here VPCA subnets. VPCA subnets. You go route table, you can see here VPCA route tables. Internet gateway, you can see here. Okay, so something you can see date and all, you can see date. It will get the internet gateway also. Date. No date. Let's go here. Date no. No date. Okay, you see that before I have only one thing, the default one. Now you can see two things. Means it will get automatically in the internet gateway also with a single click. But interview don't tell this thing. Okay, interview and all. Same thing. I will create the. So I will create one more VPC with the private subnet. I have a private subnet. If you choose this thing, public and private, it will get the one VPC with public and private subnet. Single click only, simple. Here I will give VPC B, VPC. For private subnet, it will get the NAT gateway also, entire thing, whatever we discussed last class, and private, public, entire thing it will create with single click only. Yeah, I need one elastic IP. So elastic IP, I need one elastic IP. So elastic IP. Other console, and I will create the elastic IP. Here, right, we should change this IP range. Why? Because for VPC A also I given same range. For VPC A also I given same range. So it will overlap. So I will give 172, 168, 168.0.0. Okay, so here I will give same range 172, 168.1.0. Same thing here also I will give same range 172.168.2.0. Okay, done. Here, right? So for NAT gateway, we should attach the elastic IP. So here I don't have any elastic IP. So I open different window. Here I will create the elastic IP. That's it. Any questions here? Sandeep, Narendra, Sunil, any questions here?
No, Ram, no.
Why you gave public and private both the same VPC
Where?
here? Same VPC.
Same
So there
VPC?
you created only public, correct? One more we created only public. Here you
Okay,
created
okay,
both.
right. Here we don't have that option. Only with the VPC with private separate, we don't have the option that. Okay. And so yeah. So if you see here, VPC with a single public, we have one option. So VPC with public and private subnet, we have one option. We don't have option with the VPC with only private subnet. That's why I selected this thing. Okay, Narendra?
Okay.
Here I did two subnets. In one subnet, I will get one public subnet. Already I done this thing. In second VPC, I did only private subnet, but I don't have any that option. It is single click. If you want, you can create it manually. If you want manually, if you go for the manual, and you can create that manually. VPC with only private subnet.
Okay.
So if you did manual, it will take time. So NAT gateway, it will take up to 10 minutes. So to save time and all, so I'm using single click. In single click, I don't have option VPC with only private subnet. So that's why I selected this option.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Sunil, Sandeep, any questions here?
No, Ram, no. Fine.
Okay.
Yes, it will take some time. Okay, why? Because here we are creating the NAT gateway, right? So NAT gateway it will take some time. So we have to wait at least 4 to 5 minutes. Simple, yes, right? I need two VPCs, VPCA, VPCB. In VPCA, I'm creating public subnet. In VPCB, I'm creating private subnet. If you want, you could get that manually. Or if you want, you could use the just single widget, the single click widget also. Whatever you want, you can use it. But you have to practice it. Just instead of this single click, just use the manual steps. Create VPC, subnet, routable, and NAT gateway, internet gateway, all those things. Just attach your routable to subnet, attach your NAT gateway to routable. All this is do manually. Then only you will learn the subject. Here, right, to save time and all, just I'm choosing these things. That's it. Already we discussed all these things in the last class. Okay, it will take some time. So to create NAT gateway, we'll wait.
Is it okay for this week 9 o'clock, Ram?
9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
okay, I will. So yeah, if I came to early right to our home, so we will start at 9 o'clock. I will, okay. By 8:30, I will send him. I'll bring in WhatsApp. Okay, is it okay?
Okay.
Because so from today onwards, I'm going to Mahindra Tech Park.
Oh, Maniata, okay.
Mahindra Tech Park. So to client place, Nokia. My client is Nokia.
Okay.
I'm going to client place. It is in Mahindra Tech Park.
Okay. Okay.
If I reach by
Okay.
8:30,
How
right?
many
So
days,
we'll
ma'am?
get there.
How
Sorry?
many days?
Not days, yeah. Continuously.
So
Oh, then
there
you
is
have
no
to come
option.
to your house.
No option, yeah, no option. That's right. So, yeah, so it, Nokia, right? We have only in Mahindra Tech Park, so we have to go in client place only. So
Then you are
without any
shifting,
ODC. Sorry?
you are shifting your house or what?
No, yeah. How should I shift my? This is my own house.
So we can
Oh,
connect
no.
from home, no? That's it. Some
Okay,
days we
okay.
can connect from home.
Yeah. After some days, right? After some days, we can connect. Yeah, we can take approval. We can connect from home. At least
Yeah.
weekly 1 day, 2 days, and that.
2 days you can connect from home. Yeah.
If I
That
change my
option will
home,
be
right?
there.
Yeah. If I change my home, right? If I want to shift, this is my home, one house, one flat. It's difficult to shift.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I'm staying near Hebbal only. BL circle, you can come anytime. Any help?
Where? Where?
BL circle.
Don't know. Yeah. Today only I went to Manchester. First
Oh,
day. I don't know where is that. So I
we'll,
went
we'll
by
meet.
cab. Ah.
I'm near that
I'll
only. I'll
call.
meet.
Okay, I will call you after some days.
Sure, sure.
One good thing is, so I can claim that transport that charges daily 1,200.
How you will travel? Cab or bus? I mean, any that Nokia bus.
Today I went to that carpool, quick rider, carpool.
Okay, okay.
Every day you can use that carpool. That is good one.
Carpool, yeah, carpool. But yeah, I can claim daily 1,200 rupees. So that's right.
Great. So how can we? You
Okay.
need to submit some proofs or
Yeah, I want to submit some
that's
proofs. I want to make something, some fake proofs on that.
correct. Correct. Okay.
Why? Because mostly we can't stay like long days in bench and all. Why? Because the due to package issue, I have more package. I'm getting more package and all. If I have more package now, like okay, so we can't stay more days in bench. That's why I accepted to go Mahindra Park also.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, right. So I think it's done. If you see here, VPC, I have VPCA, VPCB in the case of in different network. Here they should be different network range. So if you have same network range, so then it will not possible to create the VPC peering. So okay, it should be the different IP range. Yes, I can VPCA with the 10 series 1000. So VPCB some other one. Go here VPC peering create. So something maybe something requester. So whatever BA whatever. Okay. So I select EA. You can see here account same account or different account. Region same region or different region. Whatever you want, you can create it here. Okay, Sunil, Narendra, Sandeep.
Okay, Ram.
Here
Okay.
you can choose. Here you can choose. For example, so my VPC be in different account. I can choose the different account, and here I should give my destination account ID, destination account ID, and select region. So whatever you want, okay, whatever you want, same account, same region, you can create the VPC page. Accepted. In my case, I am creating same account, same region. If you want to practice, you can create the, like, you can use different account or different region, same region, whatever you want. Okay, so you can try it. In my case, I'm using same account, same region. PCP. So create. Before that, just I will test that connection. Okay. So before that, just I will launch one instance in the public subnet and one instance in private subnet. I will test the connection. Okay, I will test the connection. Sunil, your company in Mantha Tech Park or what? So where's your company? Your office?
Sorry, Ram, your voice is breaking. Tell me.
Where is your office? Where is your office?
My office is in Marathali.
Marthal. Oh, then why are you staying in? Oh, okay, you staying with family or what?
Family. House same with you. Problem same. House is.
Same problem. Yeah, same problem. I also staying with the family and with on home flat. That's why I can't move. I can't.
You can't move. Yeah.
Yes.
One thing you can do, you can give that rent and you can come back here.
That's very difficult. Yeah. Again, then the shifting all those things and all.
But you will be
Okay,
traveling
right.
2 hours like that every day, 3 to 4 hours, I think.
We'll see after some days. Okay, so in VPCA, I have one public subnet. The VPC-B, I have one private subnet. Now, what I will do, I will deploy one server in VPCA and one server in VPC-B. So, launch instance. So, select whatever you want, just select type. So, here I'll select VPCA. VPCA, I have public subnet. I'll use public subnet. Hash storage, okay, as usual. So, here as usual, give all traffic. So later we'll discuss what is all these things and that. So we'll just go to that last class videos and all. Okay. So don't forget
Yeah, okay, Ram,
whenever you
okay.
get
I'll
time.
just
So now I will deploy. So one server in VPC-B, the private subnet. I select VPC-B. Here I have only, okay, here I will deploy my server in private subnet, not public. If you want, you can deploy wherever you want. That's up to your wish. Okay. So, but here I am deploying in private subnet. Storage. Okay. Launch. I'll give some name. Just some name, whatever name you want, you can give it. I will log into VPCA. Here my VPCA is a public subnet, okay? Public subnet. So here I don't have any public IP yet. So I think I forgot Just I'll edit it one. Edit and settings. Why I forgot that one. Okay. Networking. Manage IP address. Okay. Allocate. So the servers which are in the public subnet, we need one public IP or elastic IP. So I forgot that one.
Allocate elastic IP top is there. Add first line. Yeah.
You can assign new IP. Yeah, you can assign elastic IP also. Let's see what is this one. Auto assign public. It will assign public IP. Elastic IP. Okay, just allocate elastic IP. Anything elastic IP and public IP, we need to attach the server which are in the public subnet. Public subnet. So 233.229. Go here, cancel. So elastic IP, come here. Elastic IP to this one. Actions, associated address, select VPC. So VPC A, I think so. VPC A. Okay, will come default. Just simple. Just I'm assigning the elastic AP. If you want, you can elastic AP or public AP. I forgot to attach the public AP. So last time we already saw it how to attach the public AP and how to enable public AP. Same way. Okay. So now what I will do? I will take. We'll log into EPCS server. Take this thing. Take this thing. As usual, just browse your PPK keys. Okay. Now what I will try to ping that VPC-B server. In VPC-B, I have private server. Okay, I have private subnet, and I deploy. Sorry, in VPC-B, okay, in the server I deploy in the subnet, private subnet in VPC-B. Take private IP. Just try to ping. It is not pinging. It is not communicating. So this is
Not
my
done anything.
VPC. Sorry.
We have not done anything. Just we created two separate.
Yeah.
We have not
Yes, that's
evaluated.
it. Yes. This is VPC-A server. This is VPC-B server. Just I'm trying to ping from VPC-B server to VPC-A server to VPC-B server, which is not communicating. It's not pinging. Okay, Sunil?
Okay, Ram. Okay.
Sunil, any questions, Sunil? Sunil, I think he's in mute.
Yeah, where am I? Here. Just went to have a drink water.
Okay, fine. Just here, right? I try to ping from VPC-A to VPC-B server. It is not happening. Okay.
Okay. So
Now what? Tell me. Tell me, Sunil.
no,
The
I'm.
same
What happened? So,
Hello.
it's any. I mean, the IPs will give right. I mean, what we call.
See, now I am in VPC-A server. This is my VPC-A server. What I will do, I will try to ping my VPC-B server. It is not communicating. It is not pinging me. It is not communicating. Means by default, it will not communicate. The server is a different VPC. Okay, Sunil.
Yeah, Ram. Yeah. So VPC peering. I mean, it will not happening.
No, I don't know. I didn't integrate anything. Just leave the peering. I don't know. I didn't integrate anything. The peering and all.
Okay, Ram. Okay.
Okay, right. Okay, so just what did so here? So I created VPC peering here. Okay, just I created that's it. I didn't integrate anything. You can see your status pending acceptance means here I have VPCA and VPCB, right? Here this is the requester, this is the acceptor. While creating my VPC peering, I selected VPCA as a requester, VPCB as a acceptor. Means here VPCB should accept this request. VPCB should accept this request. So if I see here accept, you can see here, accept request. In my case, I'm using same account, same region. That's why I can see here. For example, if you are using different regions, then we have to go to your destination, your acceptance region. Then we have to accept. Okay, if you click the actions, there you can see the accept request. So you have to accept this request. You can see here. So this is the requester, this is the acceptor. In my case, both are same VPC, both are same region and same account. If you are using different account, right, then you have to go to the your acceptor account, go access and accept. Just accept. Close. Active. Okay, any questions here?
Both are different VPC or same VPC?
In my case, in same, I am using same VPC, same account. Okay, simple here, simple. Here I have VPC A, I have VPC B. Okay, this is a requester. This is the acceptor. So wherever you have VPC B, go your VPC B, VPC and just accept. That's it.
Here two VPC, correct? No, A on VPC, B is on VPC.
Yes.
Yeah. Two VPC, same account.
Yeah, in my case, same account. If you are using different account, then go to your acceptor VPC account and just accept your connection.
Okay.
Okay. Sandeep, any questions, Sandeep?
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Okay. Sunil, are you able to hear me? You went offline. Sunil, he went offline. Okay. So here I have VPC.
One region we can create multiple VPC, correct?
Yeah, you can get how many VPCs you want, multiple VPCs. Yes, you can create it. You can create. Okay. Okay, you can create it. Okay, any questions as of now? Narendra, Sandeep,
No.
any questions?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
it
here,
will
right?
ping, right?
No, it will not ping. It will not ping. We have to integrate. We have to that. Okay. Just okay, try it.
But we need to do it.
It will not ping. So here, what we have to do? Now here I have VPCA, right? VPCA. Here I have VPCB. Here I have my VPC, the connection, peering connection. In VPCA, right, the subnet, whatever the subnet, has some route table, right? Some route table. In this route table, I have to mention this connection, this ID. Same thing here also, in the VPCB route table also, I have to mention this ID. Then it will make communication. In VPCA, I have some route tables, subnet route tables. In that route table, I have to mention my VPC peering ID, this ID, VPC peering ID here. Same thing in VPC also, I have some route tables, right? In that route table, I have to mention VPC peering ID. Then only, so it will communicate. Okay, Narendra, Sandeep?
Yeah, just handshaker.
Yes,
Peering is the
exactly.
handshake between A and
Like
B.
handshaker. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, handshaker. Yes. Sandeep, any questions, Sandeep?
No, now clear, Ram.
See here. This is my okay. VPCA, VPCB. In a VPCA route table, okay, you can see they mention the VPC peering this ID, so the VPC peering ID. Here. Same thing, your VPC-B route table also. So they mention your VPC peering ID. Like it's kind of handshaker here. Okay, Sandeep?
Okay, Ram. Okay.
So now what I will go? I will do. I'll go to the route table. Route table. So I have so many route tables. VPC take VPCA. VPCA. I am using private public subnet. Public subnet means public subnets will have the custom route table, right? In VPCA, I am using public subnet. Public subnets will have the custom route table. This is the custom route table. Correct, right, Narendra, Sandeep?
Yeah.
Yes, Ram. Yes.
See, in VPCA, I am using public subnet. For public subnet, so we will use the custom route table. Means main is equal to no. This is the my custom route table. No means this is the custom route table. Go routes, edit route. So add route, NAT gateway, click. No, NAT gateway. It's not coming. NAT gateway, right? It's not NAT gateway. Sorry, VPC peering, right? VPC peering, not NAT. VPC peering connection. Select. Here your destination. Now I am in the VPC A. Your destination means VPC B is my destination, right?
Yeah, 172 series.
Yeah, 172, 168 are given 2.0. 2.0. Let me cross check. What is by VPC? 2.0 something is there, right? The destination, your destination subnet as VPC, whatever one you can give it. So VPC B private subnet. This is my private subnet. 2024. 2024. This one. Sandeep is okay. Any questions here?
No, Ram. No.
Here my destination means the B, VPC B range. You can give R, you can give the VPC B, that particular subnet ID, you can give it. Your destination, simple.
Okay.
Sandeep, okay? Okay.
Okay, Ram.
Just save it. That's it. Same thing for VPC B also. VPC B, I am using the private subnet. For private subnet, so we will use the main route table. This one, main route table, okay? This is B. Got routes, edit route, add route. So VPC peering, same thing. Here, destination means for
10
VPC
series.
A1. 10 dot. This one. Just save it. That's it. So that's it. Any questions, so Sandeep?
No.
Sandeep, any questions,
No,
Sandeep?
Ram. No, Ram.
Okay. Okay. Now just try it. It's video inactive. Just restart the session. Video inactive. That's it. Okay. Okay, right. Just same comment. Okay. So, okay, I took VPC that server. That's private IP. My VPC B IP. Here VPC B IP 68 to 168. Same thing. So, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Ram, please.
Now you can see here. It's pinging. Sunil, you missed it. Okay, just 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes class. Okay. So just we configured, we integrated that the VPC peering the two VPCs.
Okay, Ram, I will
Yes,
check in
Sandeep.
recorded session.
You can ping. You can see it's pinging. Sandeep, Narendra.
Yes, Ram. Yes, it's now pinging.
What's the use means? So we can deploy anything like DevOps. Take DevOps environment. Okay. Take DevOps environment. So here, right? This is one VPC. You have multiple VPCs. Multiple VPCs. You have my jump server. So using same jump server, I can log into the. You have my private subnets. Private subnets. I can log into the from here to here. That's the one thing. The other thing is, so you have my one some server. Okay, some server. I have to copy some files, documentation, some script, something, whatever. I have to copy something from here to here. Then we need this connection. And one more thing. So this is one VPC. You have an Ansible, Jenkins, Puppet, whatever something. What's the use of Ansible, Puppet, Jenkins means? So at a, like means like at same time with a single click we can deploy our resources in multiple servers at a time at same time. For example, I want to install some X package in all methods here and all. So means here we have to communicate Ansible to these servers. Then we need this VPC peering connection. Okay, Sandeep, Narendra.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now here our public VPC is jump station.
Yeah, you can assume whatever maybe jump server or whatever maybe you can assume it.
Here our concept.
Yeah, jump server. Yeah, jump server. Something. Okay, so if we, now we can if you want you can connect also from that VPC A server to VPC B also you can connect same what we did last class and all, that copying PMPs and you can using SSH and all, you can connect also. Okay, right. So this is the VPC peering. Okay, just let me know if any questions. Sunil, just go through the videos and all, just okay, and let me know if any doubts.
Yeah, sure, Ram.
Okay, Ram. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. Okay, right. So that's it. VPC peering. Any questions, Narendra, Sandeep?
And I think we have to work out.
We have to practice for
Okay, right.
multiple VPCs also.
Yeah, you can practice. Okay, this is very important. In interview, definitely they will ask. They won't ask directly. Always don't expect don't direct questions. Always, whether it's DevOps or AWS, don't expect direct questions. They will be indirect questions. Just always they will ask the indirect questions in interview also.
Give me an example, Ram. Like indirect
Huh?
questions means give me an example.
Just now we discussed it, right? Just now we discussed it. For example, I have servers in different VPCs and all. I want to copy some data from one to one.
Okay.
Just now we discussed it. Whatever we discussed, same thing. I have two servers, like some servers in different VPCs. I want to copy some data from one to one. Then how to this thing and all. VPC paging.
Okay.
Okay. So in my production, I have 1,000 servers. I have only one jump server. That too only one VPC. The remaining servers are in different different VPCs on different private subnet. How to connect? Then again VPC paging.
Okay.
Okay. So I have one VPC in production account. I have I have another VPC in non-production account. So I want to connect some servers between these two VPCs. Again VPC paging. Okay.
Okay,
For
Ram. Okay,
example,
got it.
just assume that so mine is production server, yours is non-production server. I have one server in my VPC. Okay, in your VPC you have one some other server. I want to communicate from. I want to something in my server. I have some data, some documentation, some script. I want to copy from my server to your server. Then how to make it? VPC pairing.
Okay.
Okay, right. So this is the UPC pairing, very important. Okay, just practice, just try to understand first of all. Okay, right. So can we continue? So a small topic, or what do you say? Any
Yeah,
confusion?
Yeah,
yeah.
Ram.
Okay, then.
Continue.
So just we'll discuss the public and the private elastic public IP and elastic IP. Any idea what is the public IP and elastic IP? Any idea? Narendra, any idea? Public IP and elastic IP.
Yeah, public access from outside. So Elastic I don't have.
Okay.
Elastic will be constant IP, I think. It won't keep the public IP will be keep changing in the AWS.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. So the main purpose is both are same. Okay. So using public IP and elastic IP, so you can log at the server, you can connect the server like from outside network also. And if you attach public or elastic IP, you will get the internet your server. Main difference is I will show you practically. So instead of explaining it, I will show you practically. So go here. Take VPCA. Take VPCA. Just leave it. I will get one new server. Terminate. If you are not using it, just servers, just stop it or terminate it or remove it. Okay. The NAT gateways, internet gateways, VPC peerings, or just remove it if you're not using. Otherwise, then you will get billed. Okay, you will get charged and all. Okay, I will create one server, new server, and I'll show you. Just here I am using the default VPC. Later I will tell you that what is the default VPC, all those things and all. Means here I'm deploying one server in public subnet. Just assume in the public subnet, okay, non-public subnet. Just let me launch this one. Okay, so you can see here this is a public IP. Okay, but this is an attached to public IP as usual. Okay, already we started how to the public IP and just I will say my public IP for our reference. You can see this is my public IP, right? Now what I will do, I will restart my server. Means I will stop and start. This I will restart the server. You can see I'm stopping, and I will start my server. Okay, stop right. Again, I'm starting. You can see here. Again, starting. Okay, now you can see. So, okay, this is my public API. Before this is my public API. Now you can see this is my public API. Means whenever you restart your server, your public API will change each and every time. For every restart, your public API will be changed. It will change every time, okay, randomly. Okay, Narendra, Sandeep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, okay, what I will do? Now I will attach. Now I will attach Elastic API, and we will restart it. We will see. This is my okay, Elastic API. This is free. So associate instance. This is my running instance. Now I'm attaching my Sunil. Any questions, Sunil?
Do I need to generate Elastic IP or it will be there predefined?
No. You have to generate. You have to generate. I will show you.
Yeah, please.
Here, you can see here. Allocate new address and click. Okay. Click allocate, just touch it. It will create the new Elastic API. Okay, Sunil?
Okay, for Elastic IP, the IPs will be taken by their own AWS. So we no need
Yes,
to.
yes, yes. Yes, but we don't have to depend. You will get that okay, from the AWS pool.
Okay, okay.
So I will associate okay this one my running instance. Okay, so this is my running instance. Just allocate. Done. Now go to our instance. This one. You can see Elastic API. Okay. If you attach your Elastic API, so in Elastic API place and public API place, it will show the same IP. If you attach your Elastic API to your instance, Elastic API place, and here also your public API place also, it will show the same Elastic API name, Elastic API address only. Okay. You can see same thing here and same thing. I'll copy this thing. This is my Elastic API, not public API. This is Elastic API. I will restart. Means start and stop and start. Stop. Some time. Just I will wait. Okay, it stopped right. Now I will start again. You can see here, same one. Okay, it is not changing. Same one. Same one. Yes, if you attach elastic AP, it will not change. If you restart something, it will not change. Same thing, if you attach public AP, for every restart, it will change the public AP. In each and every restart, it will change it. Okay, Narendra, Sandeep?
Yeah.
Okay, Ram. Okay.
I think now you know the problem. If the AP change each every time, you will get a lot of problems. Okay. For example, so okay, some users, some clients, they used to log in using IP address. If we change that IP address in each every, so again we have to inform the new IP to clients. This is very difficult, right? And sometimes we will use any automation purpose, any scripting purpose, any automation purpose, we will use the IP addresses instead of server name, host name. Sometimes we will use the IP addresses, some automation purpose. If we change that IP, so the automation script will not work. So that's why to avoid all these issues and all, so we will use the elastic AP instead of public AP. We will use the elastic AP in production. Okay, Sunil, Sandeep, Narendra, any questions here?
Okay, Ram.
Okay. And elastic AP is right.
So the use of elastic IP we can say only for to log in the people who don't want to, I mean, remember or store the IP. Is it like that?
No, not like that. So, not like that.
Is there any other use?
Any no for some servers, right? So some servers and all. No, can you repeat once again your question?
So normally, what's the use of elastic IP if they ask in the interview or somewhere? So we just used to say it's a constant IP. It's used for people to log in with the constant IP. That's it.
Yeah, no, not only for login purpose. Sometimes sometimes right, somewhere we will use the IP address to automate scripting and in Jenkins, Ansible, in somewhere in okay, Python scripting, Shell scripting. Somewhere we will use the script is IP addresses.
We
So
can give
instead of
private.
server, yeah, you can use
Private.
private IP. Yeah, you can use the private IP. Yeah, you can use the private IP also.
Private IP also will change, no?
No, private IP will not change. Whether it is whatever it may be, private IP will not change.
Okay, okay.
Private IP will not change. Never, it will never change.
So this elastic AP for domain registration accessing from
Yeah,
outside,
yes,
so
yeah,
that purpose it's required.
yeah, domain registration and like constantly. So for some applications, right, we will use the single AP. It will not change okay, for any login purpose and all, for any applications, any web servers and all. Okay, Sunil.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Here, right? So elastic AP. By default, okay. So we can create the only 5 elastic APs. You can see it. By default, we can create the only five elastic APs. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 8. Now I will try to get the one more elastic. I like it. You can see some okay. Is the maximum number of participants. Means the default limit for elastic AP only 5. The default limit only 5. If you want to
Free
create more than 5, sorry.
for freeware. Free
No, no,
tiering
not
only
free.
allowed.
No, not freeware. Anywhere, whatever it free or what the business, whatever it may be. The
Okay,
default limit only 5 elastic you can get.
okay, okay,
If you
okay.
want to get more than 5, simple.
We can
The
try
goes of support
support.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, support case. This is the one thing. That's the another thing is here, right? Sunil, any questions, Sunil?
No. In our company, there's a lot of elastic IPs are there. They have assigned a lot of elastic IPs only.
Yes. You can go here, support center. Support center.
Ready to pay, they are ready to
Just
give.
just the five, the default limit, the 5. Okay. Create case. So service limit type elastic IPs region, wherever you want region, so whatever region you want. Okay. Limit is classic or new VPC elastic VPC. You can see the classic is to classic. This is with legacy one. Legacy. Now, so before 3-4 years, so we have the one is to classic, same like VPC concept. Okay, this is legacy one. So nowadays we are not using any that is to classic. Before 4 or 5 years, the instead there are one concept is to classic. Nowadays we don't have any concept is to classic. Nowadays we are using the VPC. Yeah, new limit. Whatever number you want, 20, 30, whatever number you want, you can give it. They will increase. Okay, Sunil?
Yeah, Ram, one more thing. Can we apply this elastic IP to only instances, or can we do it for VPC subnets and wherever the IP is required? For that also we can apply elastic IP.
Elastic IP we will attach only EC2 and NAT gateway. NAT gateway and EC2.
Okay, NAT and EC2. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. NAT gateway or NAT instance. There's one more called NAT instance. We will discuss later. Same instance is like a normal instance. Instance and NAT gateway. That's it. Okay, Sunil?
Okay, Ram. Okay.
Okay. Here then, so EC2. Sorry. Okay. Elastic IP. So go Elastic IP. Elastic IP. So one more main thing is, if you leave it idle, means without attaching to any running instance, without attaching your Elastic IP to any running instance, they will charge minimum bill. Why? Because here we are, you can see here I am not attached to any instance here. You can see, means here I am not attached to any instance here. Means here I am wasting resource. I am wasting AWS resource. For this purpose, they will charge minimum bill. If we attach to any running instance, then they will not charge. Means here Elastic, okay, if you don't attach Elastic IP to any running instance, then they will charge you minimum, very minimum bill. Why? Because we are wasting their resource, right? We are wasting their resource. For wasting purpose, they will charge us some minimum bill. If you attach to any running instance, then they will not charge. Okay, Narendra, Sandeep, Sunil, this is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, Ram. Okay.
Elastic, we'll see documentation by Elastic IP. So go back. VPC. If you say any documentation, definitely wrapping address on the instance with the Elastic IP is directly you can move all somewhere. Okay, you can find that point. If you don't attach, okay, you can see here. So to ensure efficient use of Elastic IP, we impose a small hourly charge when they are not associated with a running instance. or when they are associated with the stop instance or an unattached network interfaces. Means simple logic. If you are not using proper, if you are not using Elastic IP, means if you keep idly, then they will charge a small bills like minimum bill. So we should attach, means we should attach our Elastic IP to any like running instance, to working like some instance or any in the like Ethernet or NAT gateway. We should attach. If you keep idly, means so stop means if you attach stop instance means no use, right? If you attach Elastic IP to stop instance, then no use, means you're wasting an unattached network interface on that time. So they will charge small bill like minimum bill. So while your instance is running, you are not charged for the Elastic IP. Okay, this is very important. Okay, any questions? Yes.
No, Ram, no.
Narendra, any questions? Sandeep, any questions?
No, you're good.
Okay, then. So the remaining see we'll see tomorrow remaining. So okay. So any just let me know if any questions. So we have security. How many days it take? So egress just 5 minutes. DHCP 5 minutes. Endpoints just 10 minutes. NAT gateway done, already we done these things. So this is half an hour. Security group, this is half an hour. So VPN just half an hour. What is this? Transist gateways. They introduced last month. We don't have this thing. Not last month. Before 2 weeks also we don't have this one. They introduced newly this thing. Daily, right? Daily, every week, every month. So they will introduce something. They will change existing one. They modify it, or they will introduce some new one every day, every week, every month. Last 2 weeks we don't have this thing, this column. Okay, so the year they introduce something. Okay, anyway, we'll see, we'll discuss whatever we need.
Okay, Ram, okay. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so I'm leaving to office now. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, night shift, huh?
Yeah, this week for me night. That's the reason I
Oh,
asked 9 o'clock.
okay.
No problem.
Okay,
No
yeah.
problem.
If I reach to home right early, so I will ping you. I'll ping you. Good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
okay.